Hello, guys. Welcome to the very best betting show, the best bets, part of the Team Bankroll series with Martin Green, Alex from Need for Tips, Stuart from Tips to HQ, all delivering their very best bets headed into the weekend across the 5 top leagues. First of all, everybody, thank you very much for being here. Happy Thursday, everybody. Drinks to hand, hopefully.
Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. I've got my drink is sponsored by Budweiser, the king of beers. But I'm on the water. Well, actually, no, we can pretend it's a pint of gin.
Pint
I
of
don't
gin.
think
Very
there's
nice.
any
I'm
pretending what mine is. Mine is actually not even opened yet, so you will be able to see it. I'm feeling kind of nostalgic. My wife is away. I'm in the flat. I think this is the first time I've been living in a house on my own or a flat since I was in my 20s. And I was out in the shops, and I must have felt nostalgic because I bought Smirnoff Ice. So I've not had it since I was a kid, honestly.
Oh, God.
I must have been in my early 20s last. There we go. There we go. Cracked
Does
open.
it still does it
Ice?
taste as bad as I remember it tasting?
It still smells like Smirnoff Ice. There's that aroma to it. I'm sure it just tastes like alcoholic lemonade. Was exactly what it tasted like 20 years ago.
Children's drinks.
Exactly.
Stuart. Come on.
Feeling
Stuart's,
nostalgic.
That
Stuart's
is not
channeling his
smooth.
He's a 13-year-old girl.
Yep.
All right. Well, listen, first of all,
just
thank
get
you very
the
much,
things-
everybody, for joining us. And obviously to Team Background. We're going to pick up now the graphics, how we are doing. Big spike, obviously, up in the lead. Going to speak to our film director there. Johan, bring it up. There we go. So up in the lead, big spike, Martin, 54.6 units of profit. Alex, 40.1. Stuart, 14.5. And me still in the bloody negative. I had a bad week last week, boys, I have to say, but let's pick it up. I'm in the positive in Premier League punters, finally. So it's not all bad. But listen, let us commence. And just also all our viewers watching, it's 2.5 hours we've got going back to back, obviously, with Champions League and Europa League. Next week everything returns back to normal, so Premier League punters will be on Wednesday. So straight after the show will be Premier League punters, and then straight after that will be Alex's Acabet. So hope to see you all through that 2.5 hours, boys. Let us start. We've got some good Premier League matches this weekend, and starting off is Southampton versus Chelsea. Tis me. Both really not in particularly great form, I have to say, but I really like the bet. Both teams to score. Chelsea have conceded in the last 5 matches. Chelsea scored 2 against Arsenal there last weekend, but 3 matches obviously before that they failed to score. So both teams to score for me, and I really like that bet. 1.91. Moving over now, Crystal Palace versus Brighton. Brighton let me down.
Natalie, you cannot just skip over that. You seriously think Southampton can score? They're not doing brilliantly well, are they?
They're fighting relegation. They're at home. Yes, I do think. I don't think Chelsea are looking too hot at the moment. So yeah, I do think that they'll score.
Right. All right. Okay.
That's why I've added it. No, I'm throwing you a teaser, guys. No, I do think that they'll score.
Okay, fair enough. I can't see Southampton scoring in that one. Nah, no chance.
All right. Well, I just don't think Chelsea are looking too hot. That's all I'm saying. Crystal Palace versus Brighton now, Martin. What are you going for?
Yeah, don't listen to him, Natalie. That's the Alco Pops talking. That's the Smirnoff Ice messing with his mind. I think Crystal Palace are going to get out of relegation danger at some point. I've been backing them for a little while now. I think they're too good to be in the position that they're in. This looks like a game they can certainly win. It's a huge game. These two are real local rivals. They're a little way apart, Brighton and South London, but they really don't like each other. So I think the Crystal Palace fans are going to be well up for this game. It's going to be a buzzing atmosphere inside Selhurst Park. And I just think Crystal Palace are going to want it more. They're in greater need of points, and I think they can get the job done. So I'm going for Wilfried Zaha to inspire Crystal Palace to victory, and I've got odds of 1.98.
1.98, very nice. Okay, shop around. Yeah, I found 1.95 earlier. So shop around for your odds there. SBRodds.com. Swansea versus Everton now. Stuart, let's start with you on this
Yes.
one. What are you going for?
Well, this one is. I've been kind of banging this drum for a while. Everton, not really very good. Not expecting Sam Allardyce to be in this particular job. He'll be in a job, I'm sure, next season, but not this one. Because I'm pretty sure Everton are going to cut bait and loose on this one. He's pretty much guaranteed they're going to be in the Premier League next season. He's got to get a few more points, but I don't think it's going to be this match he gets it in. Swansea, they've been really interesting since Carlos Carvalhal came in. And I think at home, they've got a really good chance of winning this one. So odds of 2.63 seemed like a bit of a gift to me. And my sister picked this one out as a value bet. And I thought, yeah, I'm definitely going for that.
All right. Okay. So you're going for the home win. Who else is on this one?
Yep.
Martin, do you agree with Stuart there?
Maybe, yeah. I also a big fan of Carlos Carvalhal. He's great fun. He loads of really colourful quotes from him. But yeah, I think Swansea could well win it. But I'm staying away from the winners markets on this one, and I'm going to go for both teams to score at 2.02. I know that Everton aren't the most attack-minded side, but I just think that neither Swansea aren't particularly good at the back. They're good going forward, but they do leave gaps, and I think the likes of Everton's attack can exploit that. So I can see a 1-1 or a 2-1 to one of the teams. 2.02 for me, both teams to score.
Yeah, it's not on my best bets, but it is on my Premier League punter show. Both teams to score. Yeah, I like that as well. Liverpool versus Bournemouth, and that is me. I'm a little bit scared about this one, but I think
we have Premier League punters instead of the best bet show.
Well, I said it's on.
All
it's
the
on the next. Yeah,
coming later.
It's a strong Premier League week, I have to say. But yeah, Liverpool versus Bournemouth. I'm just going for, I believe, the over 2.5 goals, and I found that at 1 point. What did I find? Oh, sorry, no, I'm going for Liverpool and the over 2.5 goals, 1.62. I think we'll see plenty of goals. The reverse 4-0 to Liverpool, and I think riding high now, obviously qualifying into the semis. Liverpool, I think that we are going to see a win and goals. I would even probably push it to the over 3.5 goals, but for this, I'm keeping it over 2.5 goals. All right, big match of the weekend: Tottenham versus Man City. Stuart, I know you wrote an article about this one, yet it is not on your best bets. What did you go for?
It is
your
not
article?
on my best bets.
Because you couldn't bring yourself to say it.
Manchester City to win. There seems to be a history recently of clubs coming to Spurs' home ground and actually going on to win the title, and I hate it. But not a fan of it. I'm hoping that the next time there's a champion crowned at White Hart Lane or wherever they call a new stadium, it will be Tottenham. But it's not going to be this season. And Manchester City, they're going to be bouncing back from three pretty bad games, frankly.
Well, yeah.
And Spurs, I think, could get hurt in this one. It's not in my top tips because it's not one of my top tips. It didn't make the final cut, but I think it is a good bet.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, last week, the majority was actually on Manchester United, except for me. And I think Alex was happy about that because every time I go for Manchester United, they lose. Sorry. I don't know. Could we see an upset? Alex, you're on this one. What have you got?
I'm not seeing an upset. I'm sorry for Stuart. 3 lost matches.
I'm not seeing an upset either.
It's enough. It's enough for Pep Guardiola and Manchester United and Manchester City. I think that unfortunately for Tottenham, this is the time for Manchester City to bounce back. No, they will not win the title in exactly this round because they need 6 points. So I think that they need at least 2 rounds to get those points mathematically to be crowned the champions. But I'm going Manchester City draw no bet at 1.92. I cover myself because you never know what is in their head right now. So better like that. I don't think that they will lose. For sure that they will not lose. And you will see later on the Aka show, I have another tip on this match.
All right, perfect. We've got Barry Watts here. You guys were so far off in the Champions League. I
No.
disagree. Liverpool plus 1.5.
No.
Kaching. Mo Salah anytime goal scorer. Kaching. We actually got quite a few right in the year. We didn't get them all right, but still
Both
in
teams to
profit.
score
in the
no
over
in,
2.5.
Yeah, both
Yeah.
teams to score no
Ronaldo,
by Sevilla.
Barry
I
Watts.
don't know
We
what
Both
play
teams to score over
the we play
2.5. Manchester City, Liverpool. I think I made profit, frankly.
I really don't know. I really don't know what show he was watching. Maybe he was watching another show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a shock. Roma destroyed Barcelona. Correct. Yes. We
Yeah,
didn't
correct.
Yeah.
predict. We did. Yes. Hands up on that one. Yes, we didn't predict that one.
Didn't expect
yes.
that Juve rail score either, but still,
No.
wasn't a bad
Yeah.
weekend. Bad week, frankly.
Second leg is
No.
very difficult.
Was yeah, it was good overall. Tottenham, Man City. So you're going a double. Is it a double? Sorry, draw no bet, Man City. Alex.
Draw no bet 1.92.
Cool. All right, Martin.
Alex, classic for me. Both teams to score and the over 2.5 goals. Check the odds I've got on that. 1.86. I like that bet a lot. Man City's confidence is going to be very fragile going into this game. They've lost 3 games in a row, and before recently they'd only lost 1 game all season when it mattered. So suddenly they've really imploded. They're going to have to pick themselves up and restore a bit of dignity and confidence to their season, because it's fast falling apart. All they've got left to play for is the league, and they're going to want to wrap it up as soon as possible. But Tottenham are in good form. I mean, they're very, very strong at home. 1-3 on the bounce. Got Harry Kane back now. He's so desperate to win the Golden Boot. He's claiming goals that he didn't even score. So I think that
Shoulder.
Tottenham
Hit him on the shoulder.
I didn't. I also have very fond memories of Arsenal winning the league at White Hart Lane, actually. That was a very good day.
Yeah.
But anyway, both teams to score over 2.5 goals. I think that looks a good bet. Tottenham are good defensively, but Man City should find a way through. But I can definitely see Tottenham scoring in this game, because Man City are at 6s and 7s at the back lately.
Yeah. I just kept. I'm on this match as well. I just kept with the over 2.5 goals. I thought that was it's 1.69. I'm sure those odds will probably drop, but I just thought there was enough value in there just to take the over 2.5 goals, just in case somebody doesn't contribute on the scoreboard. But I'm staying away from the outrights and hoping maybe that Tottenham will get a sneaky win here, or at least a draw. There was a few people as well said about the Alex Classic. And then Barry Watts says Flash, big man Nigel. Flash, I think, also did quite well. I'll ask the boys in the next show anyway how they did on their Champions League. So stay tuned, and I'm sure they will answer. I can't. Yeah.
All of them.
I can't
all
remember.
Of them went for
I
Real
will.
Got
Madrid.
it right, I think, overall.
Yeah, I'll ask Barry. But we do try our very best to deliver, but it is sometimes hard to predict, like a big upset like the Roma win there. Okay, Newcastle versus Arsenal. And Stuart, you're on this one.
Newcastle, right. Okay, so I've gone for Manchester City to beat Tottenham, and now I'm going for Arsenal to beat Newcastle. I feel really dirty, frankly. I'm going to have to go and have a shower after this and scrub really hard. But frankly, the odds are really, really good on this. 2.2 with Pinnacle for an Arsenal win. This is a Newcastle side that, frankly, probably should still be in the Championship. If it wasn't for Rafa Benitez, they wouldn't have got promoted. They would be down in the bottom. Rafa's been fantastic for them, but if you're talking about a battle of veteran managers, then Arsene Wenger comes out on top, and this Arsenal team comes out on top as well. So yes, they're away, but wow, those odds are great. Very, very happy with those. But yeah, I'll be back after my shower.
Okay, we've got Aness. I'm slowly becoming an Arsenal fan. And then Giorgio says, hard to focus on the show when Arsenal is playing. I'm sure. I'm sorry. There's only so many time slots available. So unfortunately, this is this time show the time that we could have available, but I'm sure it's really hard for Martin as well. Okay, so who else have we got on this one? We do have one more person.
Me.
Alex.
Yeah. I really don't understand the price for over 2.5 goals at 1.8. It's incredible to see this price given the fact that we're talking about Arsenal. lately they are scoring for fun, but they are also conceding goals. Newcastle, a decent side. I think that they will contribute on the scoreboard. I might go also for the Alex Classic, but for my top tip, all the way over 2.5 goals, 1.8, incredible odds for such an outcome.
Yeah,
I
I'm
like
wondering
that
whether
one.
the odds. Yeah, I'm wondering whether the odds do reflect the trend, though. I know they're saying the trend is not your friend. Last 3 matches have gone under 2.5 goals, including the reverse, which was 1-0 to Arsenal. So maybe those odds are considering that. Moving over now, we have got Ligue 1, and this is where Stuart takes over with his pronunciations of the teams.
Because remember, you got League Out perfectly. That was you've definitely got it now. It's
Been
absolutely bang on.
practicing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see how you do with Montpellier against Girondin Bordeaux. Or is that just me? I'm the only one on this, and this is where it does get a little bit crazy because I'm on Bordeaux on this one. 4.23 with Pinnacle. Now, I think both of these sides are living on past glories. Bordeaux weren't actually that bad too long ago, and Montpellier actually won the league. So, you know, it's been an interesting ride for both. A little bit up, a little bit down, but right now the value is on a Bordeaux win. So 4.23 with Pinnacle. I am the only person on that. But now we're moving on to Paris Saint-Germain against AS Monaco, probably the big match of the weekend in Liga. And Natalie, you're on this.
I don't think I am on this one. Then I've hit the wrong thing. No, I'm not on this
You've
one.
got your name on it. Yeah, Alex
No,
is on it.
I don't know. Is it or did Martin? No, I'm definitely not on this one.
Hey, don't you
My name's on
put
it.
this on me?
This clicked on.
My name's on, but no one's home on this one. No, no. I don't have anything. It's going to be a great match, though. I don't know. No, I'm nothing for me. Maybe a PSG win offhand. God, I don't know. No. Alex. I'll remove my name.
16 home matches, 16 wins, 61 goals scored in the process. Not a single draw, not a single lost match for PSG at home this season. Yes, they are playing against a good attacking side. I really like Monaco, but they lost from quality from last year. So I'm expecting another home win, and I'm expecting at least 3 goals in the match, with Monaco finding the back of the net at PSG. So I'm going PSG to win and over 2.5 goals at 1.7.
Nice. I like that one a lot, actually.
Interesting call.
Yeah.
All right, and that actually does us for Ligue 1 this week. It was very, very short and quick. And back to Ashley.
All right, back to me, back to Bundesliga. And I have to say, I do have that Marseille game, 2-1. I'm hoping Marseille was my bet to win there, but let's wait and see. Okay, Bundesliga. We have got Bayer Leverkusen versus Eintracht Frankfurt. Alex.
Yeah, Leverkusen versus Frankfurt. It should be a goal fest between 2 teams who are fighting for the top 4 finish. I think that we should easily see both teams scoring in this match. 1.75. Again, I really don't understand the odds. Normally, for this match, for both teams to score, we should have around 1.55, 1.6 maximum. 1.75 for both teams to score. If you want to take it further, I like also the home sides to win. I think that they are in better shape right now, but I really think that Eintracht can make the stuff hard for Leverkusen. So both teams to score for me at 1.75.
Wonderful. And just a shout out, seeing lots of new names on there, and also a lot of World Cup talk. Just to let you know, we are going hard and heavy with our World Cup coverage. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Where we're talking to bookies to give daily cash prizes, competitions, and we're all starting all the planning right now. So stay tuned, and we'll also be doing as well outrights, who we think is going to win, top goal scorer, etc. So it's going to be really exciting. I'm very excited. Okay, next we have got Eintracht Frankfurt. We have got Hertha Berlin versus Cologne. Stuart.
This one is probably the most sensible bet of the night for me. I'm on Hertha Berlin, 2.01 with Pinnacle. Köln, not particularly good. Hertha Berlin, a little bit better. It's not a classic match, is it? but there should be some money in it, and I quite like Hertha for this one. So yeah, decent bet.
Okay. Next, Bayern Munich versus Mönchengladbach. Bayern Munich unbeaten at home. They've won the Bundesliga, but I'm sure they won't want to let go of their unbeaten home record. That's for sure. I think they've got 3 losses on the road. At home, Martin, what do you like? Bayern Munich, Mönchengladbach.
No, they probably won't want to lose their unbeaten record, but this is by no means a priority for them anymore. The manager is looking like he could bow out with another treble before retiring again at the age of 72. He's wrapped up the league, but as we saw, they've progressed to the semi-finals of the Champions League and they're still in the German Cup. So I think that's going to be their focus. And these players aren't really going to want to risk getting injured in a dead rubber against Mönchengladbach when they've got a Champions League semi-final coming up, the biggest game in years for them. So I don't think they're going to put maximum effort into this game. And I think that gives Mönchengladbach, who are a decent sort of mid-table side, a chance in this game. They haven't got much left to play for this season either, but motivation's never really a problem for German teams when they come up against Bayern Munich. And they could also make the Europa League if they get a couple of places up the table. So I'm going for Borussia Mönchengladbach plus 1.75 Asian handicap at odds of 1.86.
Okay, interesting. We've got Andy here says the Martin Classic, Bayern Munich and the under 3.5 goals. So there we go. I'm actually going to go for Bayern Munich and the over 1.5 goals. I'm not so impressed with Mönchengladbach, although they did win the reverse 2-1. So I'm sure it's a bit of a revenge match. Now Bayern Munich have the home advantage. So Bayern Munich over 1.5 goals at 1.75. And also Anne S, she said Bayern needs matches like this to prepare for the Champions League now. Anne S, do you have a bet for this match? Let us know. Schalke versus Borussia Dortmund now. Alex, Martin and myself are on this one. Alex, start us off.
Again, another match from Bundesliga, which I don't understand the odds. Over 2.5 goals in the match at 1.9. Both teams are scoring goals for fun. Dortmund is on fire. Batshuayi is on fire right now. If it is to take a winner for this match, I would. I think that I would go with Dortmund, but I think that we should see a high-scoring affair. Over 2.5 goals at 1.9. It's a lock.
Yeah, totally agree. Schalke, our banker, let us down last weekend, didn't they? But yeah, I can't understand those odds as well, even possibly to make it a classic. Alex, classic there. Martin, what are you going for?
Well, it was shocking, wasn't it? Schalke had been in fine form, and then they went and lost to the bottom team in the league, Hamburg, who had no hope, brought their winning run to an end. Dortmund, meanwhile, thrashed Stuttgart 3-0, moved to within 1 point of their fierce rivals as they're vying for second place in the table. Sets this up to be the game of the weekend, really. And these teams really hate each other. I think the last 4 or maybe 5 games between them have been a draw, and that's despite Schalke often being near the bottom of the table. So they always raise their game for Dortmund. But of the two sides, I think Dortmund are in better form right now. I'm not going to go outright win because there have been so many draws of late, but I'm going to go Borussia Dortmund, draw no bet at 1.83.
Yeah, very nice. I see we do have, I did say Aurelio says Schalke playing very badly lately. My approach is Dortmund, Asian handicap 0. I'm with Alex actually on this one, over 2.5 goals. I think we are going to see plenty of goals. I would make it a classic, but just for this, I'm going to stick with the over 2.5 goals here. Anne S did say on the Bayern game, no bet, but I see Bayern winning with their second team. Okay. Oh, and then somebody also wrote, "Where's Bill?" I think flashes are not on, so I think Bill will probably show his face when his sensei flash is on the show.
As long as he only shows his face.
Yeah. Well, luckily it's just a chat, isn't it? So there's no pictures. Cagliari versus Udinese now. Stuart, Syria.
Yes, we've gone from the sensible ones to a little bit more crazy. It's not quite in the crazy territory, but Cagliari to win this one, 2.52 with Pinnacle. Home advantage. Udinese, they've been up, they've been down. They've not been great this season. Certainly not a side you could really count on. But Cagliari I like for this one, and there is value here.
Plus,
Okay.
Udinese are coming after 4 matches, after 4 lost matches away in a row. So their away form is really, really poor right now.
Yeah, they've been really bad to bet on. So I'm not betting on them. I'm getting against them.
Okay. There's Schalke versus Borussia Dortmund. We do have a bit of a lag between when we speak and when the comments come up. So Barry says Dortmund, both teams to score, easy stuff. And then, okay, so moving over, Fiorentina versus Spal. Again, Alex, Martin, and myself are on this one. Martin, start us off this time.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about this one, but Spal have proved themselves to be very stubborn in recent weeks. They've drawn 4 games in a row. They haven't been conceding many at all. Fiorentina are in very, very strong form, winning a lot of games and climbing the table. I just see this one being quite a low-scoring affair. A lot of these teams' games in recent weeks have seen under 2.5 goals, and I think that's going to continue. So I've got 1.92 on under 2.5 goals in this game.
All right, not bad. So Martin starting with the under 2.5 goals. Alex, what are you going for?
Fiorentina halftime, full time at 2.2. We are talking about the relegation side here, Spal, and we are talking about Fiorentina, a team that is on fire right now. I think that they will solve the winning, the 3 points from the first half. Easy win for Fiorentina. 1.5 straight if you want to take a home win, but I'm going further. I'm going halftime, full time at 2.2.
All right. And so interesting, we've all got different bets on this one. So I'm Fiorentina -1 at 1.87. Last 3 matches, they've won 2-0, including their recent match to Roma. So yeah, Fiorentina -1, 1.87. So if they win by 1, get your money back. Okay,
I don't
next
think
we are...
Fiorentina have lost since Davide Astori died. So I
Yes,
think they've
exactly.
been pretty much unbeaten since then. It's,
Mm.
sad story, obviously, but
I
I
think
think
that
they're doing it for
I
him. I think they're really
Great way
battling
to
plus
honor his
for his
memory.
memory. Yeah.
plus I think that they will fight AC Milan for Europa League there. I don't think that it will be really easy for Milan to qualify in the European leagues next season. They have a tough schedule, but I think that Fiorentina are coming after 6 wins in a row right now, keeping 5 clean sheets in the process. We're talking
Mhm.
about Spal, who are in equal on points with Crotone in the 18th spot there, fighting relegation. Fiorentina, exactly like Stuart said, playing for their captain there, and they will try to make it to the European Cups.
Yeah. I just Fiorentina and over 1.5 goals, says Chris Bryan. Fiorentina win to 0, says Anzi. Martin, somebody asked you a question on this one. Martin, do you have any tips in the Leipzig game? Says Arjun.
Ooh, I'll just have a look. One sec. It wasn't one of my best bets, I'm afraid. Let's have a look. Leipzig.
Away
No,
at
I
Werder
think
Bremen.
that looks risky, to be honest. They lost 4-1 against Bayer Leverkusen last time out. They'll have had a bit of a tricky midweek game. They're playing right now in the Europa League, aren't they? They're doing well in the Europa League, but I think that's negatively affected their Bundesliga campaign. Whereas Werder Bremen have won 5 out of the last 6. If I was going to go for anything, I'd look to goals, maybe both teams to score in the over 2.5 goals. Not sure what sort of price you can get on that, but I wouldn't be backing Leipzig to win that one.
No, I know you hopped off that train like
Yeah.
partway through the season. We were on it firmly, weren't we, until it kicked us off. Sassuolo
Yeah.
versus Benevento now. Nice to see Martin has got a bet on his mighty Benevento. Not bad. I think the problem is Benevento's form away from home is certainly even worse than it is at home. They did get 2 past Juventus though. So Benevento, Sassuolo versus Benevento. What are you going for?
Yeah, I'm opposing Benevento just one more time for old time's sake. I am a little bit nervous because they seem to have found a little bit of form in recent weeks, but I'm just hoping that the horror show that's been the majority of their season is just going to rear its ugly head once more. Yeah, I think this is just the game. Sassuolo aren't a great team, but Benevento are dreadful. At home, 1.75 to beat Benevento. I'll have that 1.75.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my bet as well. Although surprisingly, Sassuolo are one of those teams that sort of fare better on the road. I think two wins or something compared to they've got quite a difference in their home and away record, with them obviously being better on the road. But I think that Sassuolo should have enough to get past Benevento, who right now are winless on the road. So Sassuolo 1.73 I found. Right, Lazio versus Roma. Good game this weekend. It's actually got 2 good games. And AC Milan versus Napoli. You got on both of those, Alex. So Lazio versus Roma, AC Milan versus Napoli. Take those 2 teams away, Alex.
Yeah, we're talking about 2 clashes from the top 6 teams in the standings there. A lot to fight for. Juventus are, I think that with no problem they will win the Scudetto again. But there is still plenty to fight for. They're fighting for top 4. And I think that we should see goals. I'm expecting a lot of goals this weekend in most of the clashes. So these 2 matches, I see over 2.5 goals. For Milan versus Napoli, over 2.5 goals at evens. And for Lazio versus Roma, a derby della Capitale, over 2.5 goals at 1.73. I think that we will see plenty of goals in both matches.
Yeah, two outstanding matches. And moving over to La Liga now, Barcelona versus Valencia. Another great game as well. Martin is on this one.
Got the Martin Classic, Barcelona and under 4.5 goals, 1.83. Drink up, gentlemen and lady.
Yeah, no problem.
It is. I mean, Barcelona are going to find it difficult to get motivated for this game after the absolute horror show that was their 3-0 defeat in Rome this week. But I suppose this is a good chance to sort of do their talking on the pitch rather than the recriminations that are happening in the press and all over Catalonia right now. They are still going to win the league title, which is better than they did last season. And I think they should have the beating of Valencia. Valencia are in very good form, I have to say. But Barcelona are the better team, and they have been steamrollering sides in La Liga all year. So Barcelona and under 4.5 goals for me at odds of 1.83.
All right, Martin Classic strikes again. Okay, what else have we got? Las Palmas versus Real Sociedad. And Stuart's on this match.
Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't held this one back till late. Normally I'm like the last one on in a Spanish match because, yeah, this is where I come in with the crazies. Las Palmas have been terrible this season. They've been absolutely abysmal. But for some reason, my system is saying there is profit there. And 3.79 with Pinnacle, going to be interesting. So, yeah, I'm on Las Palmas. I can't even... Give me a sec. I'm on Las Palmas in this one. It's the first time I've said that this season. Wow.
Well, listen, if it wins, you'll be laughing all the way to the bank. So anyway, all right, Las Palmas. I'm sure we had a discussion last week. Which teams do we fade? I'm sure Las Palmas was on your list.
It was very top of mind. It was the first team you look to fade each week, but there is value here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right,
Jesus.
all right. Going against his word, but he's backing the value and a brave man because it's all on camera. Atletico Madrid versus Levante. Martin.
Martin Classic.
Again, you called it. You called it, Alex. You called it. Good one. Drink. Yeah, and a similar situation to Bayern Munich, really, with Real Madrid, because they pulled off a victory. It wasn't much of a victory, but they got through to the semi-finals. And they need to sort of preserve their energies for that competition. So I think we'll see a very weakened Real Madrid side in this game. But having said that, a Real Madrid reserve team should definitely be enough to beat bottom club Malaga, who are heading down to the second tier of Spanish football with a bit of a whimper. So I don't see Real Madrid putting a ton of goals past them, but I think they can score a couple. And Real Madrid in the under 4.5 goals is 1.7.
All right, you're going for Real Madrid. Edward, did I not say Atletico Madrid versus Levante? Or I can come back to that one if you want.
Oh, sorry.
But that's okay. That's all right. We can come back to that one.
Madrid.
No, it's all right. Yeah, Real Madrid at the under 4.5 goals. Alex, what do you like? Malaga versus Real Madrid.
Real Madrid minus 1.5 goals at 1.87. Malaga 20 bottom of the table there. 17 points, relegated already. They are on vacation. I don't think that Real Madrid like the fact that they are fourth in the standings right now. And also Valencia, also Atletico Madrid are in front of them. So I think that they will like to destroy Malaga in this one. I don't think that they will come here with their B team, because next week we don't have Champions League. Only in 2 weeks from now we have the semi-finals first leg. So yeah, they should be able to destroy, to smash 2-3, 4-0 for Real Madrid. I don't see Malaga scoring in that one. So minus 1.5 goals at 1.87.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Alex, as well. One of my favorite bets there, Real Madrid minus 1.5. Not sure whether Malaga can score, and Real Madrid have got time to focus now on La Liga as well. What did I read? Oh yeah, I read a comment. So one of the ideas that we were thinking that with the World Cup is that like the best comment, if we're giving like daily like cash prizes and stuff. So this would be one of my favorite comments, something like, from Glenn Middleton, Barcelona will have a bigger hangover than Stuart's. I'm guessing on his Smirnoff Ice. Because I don't know about you, but I had some killer hangovers on Smirnoff Ice.
Drinking this.
Yeah, it's all that sugar. It's like the sugar that's in it that just.
It's not the alcohol. It's only 4%, but it's the chemicals and stuff.
Yeah, but you drink a lot of it, don't you, through the night? You're dancing away and, downing the stuff, and before you know it, you wake up in the morning and your head is pounding. Yeah, exactly. See, they go down because they're so tasty. They're so tasty, and you're like, yeah. So
and after that,
good comment there.
After he can sing that one. He was a skater boy. After he gets drunk.
I said, see you later, boy. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Final match on the slate, Atletico Madrid versus Levante. But Martin just wanted to be the last one on this one. So what are you going for? Atletico Madrid versus Levante. Big spike.
Sorry, I got my Madrids confused there when you said that. But I've got the same odds, and I've got a different Martin Classic. I've got 1.7 and Atletico Madrid to win to 0. It's a little bit risky because Levante are in very good form. They're scoring at the moment. But Atletico Madrid Atletico Madrid have only conceded 4 goals in 15 home games this season, and in all competitions they've won their last 9 home games to 0. How amazing is that? You turn up to watch Atletico Madrid play at home and they haven't conceded a goal in 9 matches. They've won all of them. They're pretty invincible at home, and Levante don't exactly have the most exciting attack in the world. So you've got to think they're going to make it 10 in a row. Atletico Madrid to win to 0, 1.7.
There we go. Atletico Madrid wins 0. Okay, wonderful stuff. That wraps up there our best bets headed into the weekend across the top 5 leagues. But of course, we will leave you with our very best bet and a 2-team parlay as well. Let's start with Big Spike. Continue here. Let us know your best bet, your banker, and your 2-team ACCA bet.
I'm really struggling for my banker this week, actually. But I think I'm going to go for the Alex Classic in the Tottenham versus Man City game. Just the way Man City have been playing lately, I feel like they're going to score and concede. So that'll be my banker. And I'm going to go for a Madrid double, Atletico and Real, what I've just been talking about.
All right. Alex, what are you going for?
Real Madrid minus 1.5 at 1.87 as for my banker. Schalke with Dortmund over 2.5 goals. And Newcastle versus Arsenal over 2.5 goals for my double.
All right, fantastic stuff. Stuart, anchor and double.
Yeah.
Don't say it.
Tough.
Don't say it.
I have to. I have to say it. Right, banker. Girondin Bordeaux to beat Montpellier at 4.23.
Okay.
I just keep coming back to that one. I'm not sure why. I just keep coming back to that one. Ultimately more cautious with my double because I'm going for Arsenal to win and Hertha Berlin to win. So shower next.
All right. I thought you were gonna say Las Palmas. Then you'd have needed a shower and disinfectant. That's what I was like. Don't say it. No. All right. My banker is
just take your Smirnoff and get in the shower.
Schalke, Borussia Dortmund over 2.5 goals, 1.9, and ACCA bet the Fiorentina win combined with Sassuolo to win. That is my 2-team parlay, and that wraps up the very best betting show there is out though. Yeah. Filling me with confidence, guys. Filling me with confidence. Right. So there we go. In about 15 minutes, Flash, Big Man, and Alex will join me on the Premier League Punter Show. So hopefully see you there. I did put some links right at the top of the chat box. Is the 3 shows that we have today. So if you want to come and join the Premier League Punters, I will also ask about their Champions League predictions as well. Barry Watts, so we can see how they did. But thank you very much to everybody watching. I really appreciate your comments and thoughts, and of course to Martin, Alex, and Stuart. Thank you, and I'll see you next week. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for watching, guys.